We move now to developing news in the Jeffrey Epstein case. NBC News has learned about a possible suicide note from his jail cell. An ex-cellmate says he found it, but it's been hidden from the public for years.
The question tonight, did accused sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein write a suicide note before attempting to take his own life? The New York Times reporting that a note may exist and is being held under a seal by a federal judge. Epstein allegedly writing, "It's time to say goodbye," according to this man, convicted murderer Nicholas Tartaglione, a former NYPD officer who shared a cell with Epstein in 2019. Tartaglione said something similar in a podcast last year.
Jeffrey Epstein wrote a suicide note.
He says he discovered the note after Epstein's apparent suicide attempt weeks before his actual death.
It was in my book, yeah. When I got back into the cell, I opened my book to read, and there it was.
Tartaglione adding,
it said something like FBI, looked into me for months and found nothing.
NBC News has not seen the note, and the Times says it has not either. There is no mention of a suicide note in the DOJ Inspector General's report about Epstein's death from 2023. In a statement, the department says it's hard to comment on a note it has not seen, adding the department underwent an exhaustive effort to collect all records. Epstein's death, which the medical examiner's office declared a suicide, has been the subject of intense scrutiny, with many speculating without proof that Epstein was murdered. A suicide note could potentially dispel the conspiracies.
The New York Times asking the federal court to unseal the alleged suicide note. Now, that note is currently caught up in legal proceedings involving the ex-cellmate. The Times arguing he talked about the note in the podcast and the public interest is, quote, immense.